I'm saying? So that's
Exactly.
why I feel like in this tournament, Coach K probably gonna go off, and these younger players who probably of different character and different standards from what he used to are not gonna be able to respond well. You get what I'm saying? Because you have seen him
Yeah.
blow up at Elton Brand. You have seen him blow up at Corey Maggette, and because
Uh
Corey
huh.
Maggette come from certain coaches and programs that's similar to Duke. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Calipari, he used to getting those kids that they just need an opportunity and a chance. And I think
Right.
that's where it's gonna be a problem at going forward in this tournament. That's making sense.
No, that make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, Coach K, from this standpoint of recruiting and what he's doing, he's kind of a rookie. His programs have been successful because he's been getting guys that plan on staying 4 years. Their intentions was to stay at Duke for 4 years. Now, what happened is in that process of staying 4 years, they blew up, they got good, they left early. But Coach K never really recruited guys that said, "Hey, I'm only here so I won't get fined. I'm here for 1 year and I'm going." He never really had that. Tyler Perry do that. He lives for that. That's his thing. You know what I mean? Like, and the players that do try to stay 4 years, if you got people coming in at that position, tell them transfer. Dude, this ain't the school for you. You got to get up out of here, B. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's why I think Duke gonna take an early exit. But we moving on. We going to the East bracket. You got number 1 and number 16, Villanova and Radford.
Okay.
8 and 9, Virginia
Okay.
Tech, Alabama. 5 and 12, West Virginia, Murray State. 4 and 13, Wichita State, Marshall. 6 and 11, Florida, St. Bonaventure. You got 3 and 14, Texas Tech. St. Stephen F. Austin. I never heard of them, so you might have to school me on them.
Yeah, they're in the same they kind of in that same kind of similar division like Texas Southern, but just in another region. But it's like we call it like the Chitlin Circuit college basketball.
Okay. Then you got 7 and 10, Arkansas Butler. 2 and 15, Purdue, Cal State Fuller. Who are your upsets?
What's the team that's playing after? Because we know Villanova, no way. So let's
Villanova
go ahead and
gonna
get
beat
that out the way.
Radford. I got Virginia Tech beating Alabama. Everybody's strong on Alabama. And just because Alabama got a few, I'm still not sold on them. Defensive wise, I'm not sold on them.
I think the reason why everybody want to see Alabama win is because if Alabama win, they play Villanova, and then there's Bronson against Sexton, and if Sexton kill that boy, like the whole city of Chicago want to see Bronson kill him, and this will be like even though Bronson this whole season has really been balling, and Bronson, it don't matter who he face, the man numbers don't lie. But like this is on a big stage. This is against the guy that they saying is that guy. They comparing him to AI, and they said a lot of things about him. He's kind of like the Tony Parker college basketball. He's winning, and nobody really talking about him that much. Like you are, but you aren't. Like he's not getting all the prime time games. You know what I mean? He played on ESPNU this year. Villanova. You know what I mean? But Sexton and Young, they playing on almost NBA TV, having Jackson announce their games, and like you want Alabama to win, so he could say, all right, let me finally get my respect. Let me finally get the respect I deserve, like at that level, and it might help his draft stock if he decide, which he probably will decide to leave this year. So I think that's why people pulling to see Alabama win, just to see that matchup with him against Brunson.
Okay. I like Bronson. Bronson has been balling this season, and you gave a real good and dope comparison right there by comparing him to Tony Parker, because we talked about that on the show a while ago, and I was saying like how Tony Parker just flies under the radar and nobody, and he one of my top 5 point guards of all time, like no bullshit.
Right.
And he can put up a good argument, and his numbers can show for them stats people to show, and his hardware can show that, yeah, Tony Parker is a top 5 point guard of all time. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
Like seriously. But my one upset that I got in this East bracket, because we all know Villanova coming out this East bracket, it's going to be up to Butler and Arkansas to change the whole mood of this, but I think St. Bonaventure can possibly beat Florida.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Florida.
Yeah, that won't really surprise me. St. Bonaventure over Florida, that actually be a good game, and that's actually an upset that I could actually see happening. I mean, you're talking about a team in Loyola Chicago earlier this season that handled Florida, number 5 in the country.
Yeah.
You know, and so you picking St. Bonaventure over Florida is like, I could see that happen. You know, a team that just won a conference and just spanked UCLA, like that program, man. Yeah, I see why LeVar Ball took his son out of that school. But anyway, yeah.
Why you saying like that, man? Why you saying like that, lad?
Hey, anytime I get to say LeVar Ball, man, I'm gonna say it, man. I love LeVar Ball. That man is just, he's changing the game and changing the perspective of, man, how to utilize the politics. Y'all ain't finna get rich off my son, man. My family's finna get rich off my family.
Right.
What you talking about? And I'm finna go get this overseas Euros and give it to my family. Now I'm college basketball. What y'all feel about that? And I'm black.
Exactly.
Anyway, man, come on, man. I ain't in the cage, man. I ain't in the cage to go crazy like that. But yeah, that's a good pick.
But we moving on to the West bracket. You got 1-16. Xavier now, they know who they playing, Texas Southern, which I think is going to be a tough matchup, but Xavier might escape that. I got Xavier winning that by at least 5.
Okay.
You got Missouri, Florida State, 8-9. Ohio State and South Dakota State. I'm going to tell you what this dude Ben said when we come back after I name all these, because he pissed me off with this one. And me and you talked about Ohio State maybe about a month or 2 months ago, and I was telling you how motherfuckers need to respect Ohio. Anyway, I found a disrespectful person that don't like Ohio State, I guess. But anyway, you got Gonzaga, UNCG at 4-13. You got Houston, San Diego State, 16-11. You got Michigan, Montana, 3-14. You got Texas A&M, Providence, 7-10. You got North Carolina and my damn Lipscomb team, 2-15.
Right. I like Providence. Like Providence to be dangerous in that bracket.
They play.
You know, Michigan obviously hot right now. They got some crazy momentum. Carolina, same thing. That Michigan-Carolina game, we kind of touched upon that. So don't need to go into a further debate and conversations about that. Yeah, I like Providence is dangerous. I mean, there's going to be North Carolina test. I mean, I know your team, it's that Lipscomb have to see them first round, because I know you want to see them put up a couple hundred in the tournament, but yeah, that's going to get cut short early. I mean, Xavier, I mean, if, Ohio State is upset alert. But if Ohio State I know Big Ten, I love them, and what they did this season to get themselves back on track. Coach got fired because they ain't make the tournament in 3 years, in a minute. So for them to be back, it's going to be nerves. If they can weather the storm with them nerves and play and find a place for themselves to relax and go ahead and get South Dakota State out of their Gonzaga in trouble. and then they have to meet them people called Xavier later on, and it's been one.
Now, mine, personally, I feel like Ohio State can at least make it the way I break it down. They can at least meet Xavier in the Sweet 16.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I got Missouri. I think this dude Porter, he got one good game. He got one good tournament game in him, and I got them beating Florida State because of the whole hype thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I bought into the hype thing too. I think he got one good game. What you laughing at? I'm being serious, man.
I'm mad into it.
Cause I think he got one game to show the nation before he go ahead and make that jump to the NBA. Like, look, this is what I can do, and I can still deal with my back the way I deal with it. You get what I'm saying? So I got them past Florida State. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna roll into the hype because I like the dude. I just hate he got this back injury. You get what I'm saying? I actually like him. But then you got my other pick, which was Lipscomb. They gonna fall. They gonna fall to North Carolina, man. So my only upset would be I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with Providence over Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That's everything else. Now this dude being here, San Diego State beating Ohio State. Now I'm gonna say South Dakota State beating Ohio State. Now I'm not mad at nobody for putting the rope on their neck and then kicking the chair away from up under themselves. I'm not gonna never stop that because hey, it's your life. But my thing is like you seen how Ohio State been playing, man, right?
Yeah.
As of for the past month and a half, 2 months. How far do you?
We've been watching them every day.
Exactly.
Like when we've been at the show, Ohio State been on TV.
Exactly.
Like, man, look at Ohio State.
And they've been winning.
Ohio State.
And they've been winning. Now they did fall on a little struggle. They did fall on a little struggle late in the season, going into the tournament and all that. But I feel like that's what they needed because they was on such a high roll. Sometimes they did play because I seen them play against Purdue and they played a little bit too lax, but they ended up beating Purdue.
Right. Yeah.
Because they knew they had the talent to do it. I think these is wake up calls to let them know like, hey, come on, man. Y'all finna face teams you probably ain't never even seen before. It's time to tighten up. You represent the whole conference too.
Sure, there's only 4 y'all.
Exactly, man.
In the conference. That's representing. So,
how far you got Michigan going? Because if it come down to it, they'll meet North Carolina. They'll meet North Carolina in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that could be, especially if Ohio State upset Xavier, then you gonna have 2 Big Ten teams in the Elite 8.
There you go. I think Ohio State can do it.
Yeah.
I think they path can do it. That's depending on this Gonzaga and UNCG game because Gonzaga is Gonzaga, man. So that'll be like if Ohio State
Gonzaga is like that's throwing in your side because Gonzaga don't play nobody all year. But like it's good and it's bad. It's good because y'all should be fresh. Everybody done play like 18 minutes a game all year going into the tournament. But then it's bad because y'all ain't really play no competition but St. Mary's. And St. Mary's to make the dance. St. Mary's just blew somebody out in the NCAA tournament. In the NIT by like 50.
Damn.
St. Mary's just won. I forgot what they played, but they won about 50 today in the NIT. You know what I mean? But like that's their only competition all season. So they could be a team that can they can show up and they'll be a little thorn, but it's kind of like what happened with Northwestern last year. Gonzaga went up big, 25-28. Northwestern have been playing teams like North Carolina in the Big Ten tournament and in Big Ten season, and they fought all the way back, cut the lead to 3, the dude gold hit the ball last in the NCAA tournament. He put his hand through the rim. They counted the point